All right, what is up, YouTube? What's up, CTM? What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fantastic Saturday evening? We're going to take a look at some Bitcoin price action amongst a few other crypto assets, as this is the Crypto Weekly Outlook, as well as the best price action analysis on the tube. Thank you all for being here. What's going on? Pat, Nick, Sonics, Wes, everybody else. Good afternoon. So first and foremost, Bitcoin is making a bit of a red day today. Nothing major, no fuss. Let me get over here to my other Bitcoin chart, as that's the one I have all my drawings on, and then we can get off this. All right, so we have been watching these 2 8-hour areas for possible resistance, and as you can see, this first one is holding resistance. That price level is $46,771. Let me turn down the music just a tad bit. All right, what's going on? Hello, James. Hello, Andrew, Ray H. Everybody, welcome. So basically, let me get back over here. All right, here we go. So basically, we were holding that area as resistance at the beginning of the week. You can see here, once you took out this resistance level, you traded up into that area, and that held Bitcoin's price action for 3 days. Friday, we had a wonderful, magnificent breakout above that price. Now, what you are currently seeing is a bit of a retest of that level to see if it wants to hold as support. Now, this is the thing about resistance levels and support levels. We don't know if they're going to hold when we're looking at them on a specific time frame. For instance, I'm on the daily chart, so in order for this thing to hold out above its daily breakout, it would have to retest the price of this bullish candle, and that close, is 46,285.48. So that's actually the daily level that we want to see daily candles closing above if this thing is going to continue to the upside. So this is a strong candle, and today's price action shows me nothing else. It absolutely looks like it wants to be the breakout. Now, if you go on the smaller time frames like the 4-hour and the hourly, you will see that you are having a little bit of selling today. It's nothing major. The reason I am not looking for any new bullish positions up here is I have made this clear to anybody that follows me, as I am expecting a little bit of selling pressure to start coming into the market, anywhere above $45,000 all the way to the high of this candle, this bullish candle, and that high just happens to be $52,500 exactly. So that's what we're looking for, anywhere from this first 8-hour resistance level to this wick high is a potential area for sellers to enter the market. Anybody that did not sell out when Bitcoin was making its all-time high run, when we finally got the sell-off that commenced, if they sat through all that pain, then up in these areas are going to be places that they want to look to sell. The reason being is generally the fib levels, if you take it all the way down to the low, almost down to your yearly open, you can see that you just broke above the 50% retracement level, and the 618 is right above you. Notice how that 618 also is higher than that 8-hour plus daily old support that is possibly going to be resistance now. So these are this area, essentially where price is now for up to $52,000, is a spot where I definitely don't want to take any new long entries looking for that selling pressure, right? If you are looking to take new bullish entries on this asset, you definitely need to wait for this thing to pull back. Now, it did pull back for 3 days last week. 3 days last week you were red. Friday you came in and hit this thing to the upside. Now, I know a lot of people do not assume that Bitcoin has anything to do with the dollar, but you are trading against the dollar. Bitcoin as an asset, as a cryptocurrency, is traded as a pair similar to Forex assets. So you are indeed trading against the dollar. It's Bitcoin versus the dollar. So any massive dollar moves, not little itty bitty moves, are not going to affect Bitcoin's price action. And if you overlay the DXY chart with Bitcoin, it will look like Bitcoin and DXY have absolutely no correlation, inverse or any other way. Okay, but every now and then you do get these little days that show you that, yeah, there might be some bit of a correlation there. And considering the fact that Bitcoin is trading against the dollar, any weakness in the dollar would therefore give Bitcoin a little bit of strength. If people are buying Bitcoin and you have weakness in the dollar, you will get a breakout move similar to what happened on Friday. Here's the DXY's price action on Friday. Now, we were unable to trade this move, but we were looking for this move on Friday. All right. No good came out of it. So last few weeks in Forex have been a little bit tough. I'm not even going to sit here and say that it hasn't. But Friday, we got a nice big down move on the dollar. So if you go right back over to the Bitcoin chart and look at Friday's price action on Bitcoin, you have a nice, big, beautiful breakout day. So there is a slight bit of correlation there. So what we've seen now is that breakout above that resistance level. That resistance level, once again, is that 8-hour $46,771 level. I will show you it on the 8-hour chart if you are new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. So essentially we took this level off from this bullish candle's opening price, and that was the level that was holding Bitcoin as resistance. Now, I do not pick these levels, price picks these levels. I'm not saying that that's resistance because of some magic 8-ball stuff. It's resistance because price made it that way in the past. So everything that happens in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again in the future. We know this, but those are levels in the chart where you can look for some reactions because it's the open, high, low, and close. And these candles are made from open, high, low, and closes. And it's the most simple, easiest way to trade, and nobody does it. Everybody wants to look at all the indicators in the world that follow price, but they just don't want to look at price itself. Open, high, low, and closes are the most important thing on the chart. They're the only thing that matters. It is price. You can see on an 8-hour level that breakout did come in the form of an 8-hour candle. There it is. And you have retesting that level, and it's been holding so far. Last 8-hour session, you can see here a really good strong move below the level, but boom, it closed back above it. This next session is doing the same thing. It's trying to test this level to see if the buyers are going to step up or the sellers. Who is the most aggressive at this price? The candlesticks will tell us. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Heath, missed you. Come around more. Yeah, I know, my friend. But I'm going to keep it as it is right now because it's quite a bit of work. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Jordan's thing's about to change around, so we'll see what happens. I don't have the greatest internet in the world right now, so don't know if I want to try to do daily live streams, but we will see in the future. Thank you. Everybody says thank you and hello. What's up? How's everybody doing? Can you check Einsteinium? I don't even know what that is. EMC2 today for a good entry spot. She's jumping around like a kangaroo with a... Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, we will check it out here in just a little bit, my friend. Just give me a second here. So yeah, on Bitcoin right now, we're looking to see if this level wants to hold as support. If we go into the smaller time frame charts, the charts that I like to operate on a daily basis, as I am an intraday scalper, the 1 hour, it is my favorite time frame to look at. You can see that this morning we did have a bit of selling pressure come in. So here's your breakout candle on the hourly. You essentially traded sideways for many hours after that. So this candle closed at 1600 hours. That's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here in America. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours later, you have a big push to the upside, taking out any stops setting above that swing high, and then follow through to the downside. This is bearish. All right, this is bearish. So when we see moves like this, I'm not saying the daily chart is bearish. I'm saying the intraday chart is bearish. All right, so you're having a bit of a pullback day on Bitcoin. This is not massive bearishness. This is nothing to be concerned of if you are a bull. If you bought Bitcoin with 100x leverage at $47,850, then you have something to worry about as you are trading well below that level now. So, But if you bought down here, or, you know, if you're just a hodler, this is nothing to be concerned of. But you did take out the open and the low of your breakout candle. This is important because you tend to see a little bit of intraday continuation from setups like that. So I am long on Luna, and I have been long on Luna for a few weeks now. Let's go over here to the Luna chart, and I will show you, as I'm just basically telling you guys what I'm doing. Let me get over here to Luna. Where are you at, Luna? There you are. So back to the daily, because I've been long in it for a while. You can see down here's my entry. So yeah, I've been in this thing for a pretty good spot. I do have a trailing stop loss setting at about 1550. So if price continues to go down, it will take me out of the trade. The reason I have my stop set above these highs and not this swing low is basically, if price comes down and tests this candle here and bounces, then I'll be out of the trade, and it won't really make much of a difference, because the trade itself has already paid me multiple times, and what I have left on as the position is a very, very small percentage of the account. So yeah, and you can see here that you're having a pullback day on this thing as well. So what I did to basically say, hey, if we're going to see a little bit of bearishness in Bitcoin, I might want to try to take this as a intraday short scalp today, but I don't want to take it on Bitcoin, as I have my hodl position in Bitcoin, or on Luna. So what was the next best decision for me? Doge. Yeah, Doge has had a pretty good move in the last few days. Let me get it to pull over here. It's thinking. There we go. All right, so here's Doge. Yeah, Doge had a nice big explosive move out of those lows. Finally, Doge has literally been doing nothing, but now you see you're starting to get a little bit more volatility inside of this asset. So anytime we get some volatility like that, I like to basically take positions as you get a bigger move in a percentage gain. So this is what we seen on Doge this morning. When we were trading in this area, I had some stuff to do today, so I wasn't going to be able to watch intraday price action, but I did alert people and say that I'm basically looking to take a sell position at a little bit below this hourly Heath level right there. I just put a sell limit order in there and a flat stop loss at 30 cents even. All right, so there it is. Basically, I put it in when we were down here, right? I put it up there as a limit order, my stop above that. So what am I looking for? Am I looking for Doge to go back down to zero? Well, not today, but I am looking for a little bit of continuation to the downside. I will take a piece of that position off if and when we take out this low right there, as that would be a 2-to-1 risk to reward on the trade, and it would be time to shed some of the original risk. So that's how I like to do things from day in and day out. Now, obviously, I know if it does continue to be bullish, and this does look like it's trying to be bullish, then I will be stopped out and everything will be fine, as I'm still in the Luna trade and holding Bitcoin. So it's almost like a hedge, I guess you could say. Not much going to be made, but just trying to stack a few sats as this price action is now starting to finally do something, as Bitcoin was very choppy for the last couple months. So I was just basically watching this level. Now this hourly closure on Forex around the 8 o'clock in the morning, that would be an issue for me. I would not wanted to take that short, but I was not here when this trade was filled. When this position got filled, I was not at my computer, and I do not like to trade on the phone. So the risk was mitigated, right? My risk was mitigated. It didn't matter to me. I already chalked it up as a loss. As any time I take a new position, I already look at it as a loss. I am willing to risk that initial capital to see if I will be right. If I am not, then I have already calculated that risk. Okay? So that's what we're looking at right now. This was a nice push down on this hourly into support. Any old hourly closes will be hourly support, especially if you get a breakout candle. Now this price is still holding underneath this last swing high. So what I am counting on or wanting is for this to be a lower high. If this turns out to be a lower high, When it starts to get some bearish continuation, I will exit 2/3 of that position, move my stop to break even, and just let the rest ride. It did look like we were going to get a little bit of that bearish continuation, but that is a nice hold. You can see that it is forming support roughly around 28857. That's your last bearish and lowest bearish close since you broke out above this section of price. So your hourlies are setting in what looks to be a small range until the sellers either step up or until the buyers step up. And since Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all boats, that's what we are seeing, right? Basically, whatever Bitcoin does, so goes most of these assets. Most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. And you can see Bitcoin is doing the same thing. So right now, it's basically just setting up. We don't know if it's going to continue to go lower or higher. Now, the bigger time frame levels that we're watching is this last daily close down here at 43,829.14. That's going to be daily support. We do not want to see Bitcoin take out that daily support, as that was your last and lowest time a bearish candle could close there since last week. You can see that this day closed, tested the level and closed above it, and then Friday you had the breakout move. So people were buying here. All right, there was buying transpiring right here at this level. So basically what we do not want to see is a bearish candle close below 43,829. Otherwise, that would basically say, hey, this looks like it may be and is currently a bull trap. But you need that closure below your breakout candle's wick low before you can constitute that as a possible trap being formed, right? I don't like to use the words confirmation because there's not much confirmation in anything, as we do have set rules and stuff, things that we look at and have to happen before we even take entries. Those rules, there's really nothing price can do to confirm anything. Like it's just one of those things. Price is 100% random. You do not never know what's going to happen. So yeah, there's no such thing as a confirmation, but a close below that big bullish candle's breakout low would make it look to me and other people that bearish price action may be underway for the next week or so. But as you can see, Bitcoin is clearly holding up fantastically today. Would I look to take new entries here? Absolutely not. Not to the long side. The long trade was down here. If you looked on that Luna chart where my entry was, it was indeed here, right? These are pullback areas. These are areas you look to buy and you target the old highs. Anything else is just pounding your head against the wall. You do not buy highs. You buy bearish candles. You sell bullish candles. All right, let's look at this. Buyers, please set up. Let me see if I can find this EMC2 token. I have no clue what this is. It's only traded on Bittrex. This is versus Bitcoin. Sorry, let's go look at it versus the dollar. It's calculated by TradingView, so you're going to see some wicks. This is your daily chart. This thing is not looking good, my friend. Not looking so good. So you didn't even have a new high put in on this thing from 2017's run, right? So everything else made all-time highs. This thing did not. So this is one of your weaker assets in comparison to all the other crypto assets, right? It's not me saying it, it's the chart. And you fell 97%. Once you put in this high, you fell 97%. Let that sink in a bit. Once you put in that high, you fell 97%. If I had a blowhorn, I would hit it right now and tell you to stay far away from this asset. It is not good, right? It's terrible, man. Terrible. How much are you up from that 97% loss? Up 200%. So beware, this thing moves. It moves very fast. If you're looking to trade it leveraged, I would suggest you do not do that. This thing can move very, very quickly in a second. So just be careful. It did test resistance. If you're wondering where resistance is, let's get off that. Let's get on this. Go over here. There would have been your supply zone right there. That's what was tested on this push higher. It looks like sellers were sitting there, right? Yes, it does. Now, there is 2 hours and 33 minutes left on this close. So if it closes green and closes red, we'll tell you two different stories. If it closes green, it will show you that likely you can be looking for another test of that area, as the bulls did and were able to make it stay a green day. If it closes red, what you will know is that is a full-on rejection. Not only was it a rejection, the sellers pushed price down lower than the open. So you have already taken out and made a new daily low. So where does it close? Where does it close? That will be the story. If it closes red today, I would be looking for another push lower down to the 407.9313 level. This bearish candle's opening price. It may stop at the wick, but I would be targeting the opening price of this candle. That would be my target. If you do close red, I would be looking for a pushback down to that. If you close green, you can look for possibly another push to there. But would I buy it looking for this thing to make another 200% gain? No. It's already made a 200% gain. So if you're buying stuff that is up 200, 300, 400%, you're doing it wrong. ADA still popping. Let's go look at ADA. Yeah, ADA had a nice... Oh, I forgot the A. Had a nice week last week. Had a nice week last week, man. This thing just absolutely is crushing short sellers right now. People are looking to short this level, and boom, boom. You do not short these levels, guys. Just because price set its resistance does not mean you take a sell side trade off of that resistance. If you look at your bullish days before you had your breakout, price was telling you that it was trying to break out. On this day, you always, not always, but most of the time, you will get a bounce on your first attempt into these levels. There was your first attempt. There's your bounce. When I say bounce, I don't necessarily mean up. I mean you bounced away from the level. So you hit the level, traded above the level, and bounced away from it and closed lower than it. Your preceding trading day did the same exact thing. Traded up above it, but could not close above it, closed right under it. I am not looking to short that. That is telling you that there is a high likelihood that this thing is going to go above that level. So people still, they have no patience. They are not built for this. So they load up on their shorts right there. Boom, boom, boom. Here's your stop loss there. There's your stop hunt. And a nice strong close on the day. So once we took out all these stop losses, that just added fuel to the fire, and the buying pressure continued up, 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 and away. And today you are seeing more bullish continuation. In fact, ADA is testing almost your all-time swing high right there. So close. This thing is extremely bullish, guys. This is another reason why I'm very happy and excited about Bitcoin right now. Because these things, some of these things they've retraced all of the sell-off. That is good news, right? If these crap coins are able to shrug off a 60 or 70% drop, in Cardano's case, it was a 60% drop. You have essentially retraced all of that. Not quite, but almost. Almost. So it is doing fantastic. Let's look at it on Binance. So on Binance, you can see that is the all-time high. And you are right back at it. Now, with that being said, you have taken out most of your swing highs. So you have made a new high. This 8-hour level right there. Let me stretch it out and show any new people that are here. That bullish candle, that's your Heath level, your supply zone. Is that what caught price? Almost. Almost. It's probably a 4-hour candle in there or something that caught that stop right there. So we shall see. But yeah, it looks good. Wait for a pullback. Look for a pullback all the way back down to your last resistance level before the breakout. Once by A4, as long as you do not close below that, you can look for more bullish price action on this asset. This will be the first level to watch. I don't necessarily want to see it come down and take out this swing low. If you do that, you will have taken out your 8-hour levels as well. There are no daily levels. It's just been extremely bullish. So do not look to buy it here. Do not look to buy it here. Look for a pullback. First level, $2.01. If it holds that level on a 4-hour closing basis, at least 2 of them, then you may be able to look to buy that and target that. $2.27 would be your first initial scale out on the position. This is not financial advice. That's just how I would go about looking at entering a possible long entry on this asset. But you are absolutely correct in saying this thing is off the chain. It is very, very strong. Very strong. So can it make a new all-time high? It definitely looks like it wants to. And the bot patrol people are coming in. Good job, Wes. Smoke them people. Juice says at Mickey Ratch KuCoin link in the description. Yes, that's just a regular KuCoin link. It does not pay me 1 cent. It's just a helpful link. There is a couple of links in the description, and they're not affiliate links. Well, the TradingView one is, I guess, because of the little partner thing. Well, that's not a real affiliate link. Anybody can do that. But yeah, some useful links down there. Heath, UNFI USDT still looks bullish. What's your thoughts on it? Let's go look at it. Hang on, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else up here. I think that was basically everybody just saying hello. Buyers, please set up. ADA still popping. Yeah, I am here, though 10 minutes late. That's fine. You guys can watch this at your own leisure. It is your precious time. Thank you so much for it. Greetings, boss. Thanks for everything. Please, what numbers do you use for your RSI? I only look at the RSI on the daily time frame, and they are factory. They are stock levels. Let me see here. Where would that be? Is settings. There's the settings right there. Always wait for the close before you look at the RSI, and the length is 14. It's just the default setting. If you go into TradingView right there at that indicators and strategies, pull up RSI, click on it. That's how I use it. Most of these things are basically going to have the best settings at default, so I just tend to stick with them. I am only looking for momentum when I'm looking at it. I do not look for it any other way. Right? If it's above 50, bulls are in control. If it's below 50, bears are. That's the only way I care about looking at it. You're looking for long positions. You're not looking for new long positions here, though. There's no bearish divergence or anything. It's just this thing is absolutely off the charts. It's flying high. Flying high. And they are seeing a bit of bullish continuation. Definitely wait for that pullback before I look to enter on this. Right, there's no daily levels. Your daily levels all the way down to there, and I don't think I necessarily would like that, as that was your old breakout level, right? But you tested it already and left the area, so I would watch there, and then on the 8-hour, and then what was the one you just asked me about? Where do you trade Luna in the? Oh yeah, no, I'm not trading on Kraken. I'm using KuCoin. I used to trade on Kraken, but they dropped margin trading for anybody with less than $10 million. So yeah, I'm using KuCoin. I'm not endorsing them or saying that they're good or anything. It's just, that's how I'm trading right now. They were hacked a couple years ago or last year, I can't remember, but so trade at your own risk, guys. When you're trading cryptos, understand something. They're dangerous. You can get scammed in a hot second. Buy KuCoin or anybody else. They can take your money and leave. And if you are in the U.S., there is nothing the U.S. government will do about it to get it back for you. So just be aware of this. Crypto is the Wild West. There is no regulations, meaning if you get scammed, you lost that money. It's over. So be careful. I'm looking for that comment and I can't find it. Unifi. There it is. Mr. Profit. Sorry about that, guys. UNFI. USD. P. Binance. KuCoin. Let's look at it. Yep, it's making moves, man. There was your last daily resistance level, and like Bitcoin and everything else, you took that level out. Nice. Boom, boom. See ya. Come back in for a retest. Now you are moving higher. This wick is going to be bullish targets more than likely. So if you're already in the position, since you already got a daily closure above your resistance level, my next area to target would be $15.10. Upon hitting that target, I would take 2/3 of my position off and leave the rest on. Looks like it is making a run up to that $17 area. At which point, I do believe on the first test, you will see a bit of selling. Nothing major. This thing looks fantastic. It's overbought as well. If you pull up all your moving averages, you're going to see that a lot of these things are almost setting up for, well, this one doesn't have enough data really to even populate a 200 exponential moving average, barely. But yeah, it's starting to get there, right? Starting to get up there. It's going to be roughly about the same as far as the fib levels goes. If you take a fib from the high down to the low, you're going, probably this swing high, that's pretty far. So the 618 would be all the way up to there if you took it from that swing high. So yeah, I mean, this is why I put more weight on the actual horizontal price levels. So those are going to be your 3 areas to watch for future resistance levels. You have plenty of bearish candles down here to look for support, right? Plenty of them. First area of support is going to be that one, but that was tested today. There's your bullish continuation. That's what you look for, right? If you break and close below that level, next one would be that one, next one would be that one. So let's just put 10.40 up there, $10.40. That's basically the line in the sand. If you lose that level, then short sellers are going to be looking for short side opportunities. Rashid Hanzi, Haznai. Rashid, yes. Can you check VRA USD? Let's go look at it. VRA USD. I did have somebody in my comment section the other day asking me to make these hour-long streams shorter and get to the point so I could get more subscribers and followers. I know that the person probably means well, but understand, it's a live stream. I only do live streams for the people live. So what kind of a live stream would it be if I came on and talked about Bitcoin for 5 or 10 minutes and bounced? Probably just a troll. All right, so we looked at this asset a long time ago. I have levels up here, here, and here. And you can see once you broke down, you came up. That was a level where short sellers got short. And also people that owns this asset has sold it right there. So from that point, you haven't made it back above that yet. So like the other asset that we were looking at earlier, this thing isn't as strong as the other crypto assets, as some of them have or most of them have taken out this level. For you, that level is 2156579. It's just the next day after that capitulation wick to the downside. So it's just your dead cat bounce level. But any bullish close on a daily basis is always going to be resistance until it isn't anymore. And what I mean by that is when you get another daily closing candle above that, then that daily candle now becomes resistance, and that old price may become support. But right now, you did get a little bit of bullish price action yesterday, like Bitcoin, like most other things. You did get a close above resistance. Your resistance would have been 0.01840. There's your nice big strong close above that level, and it closed on the highs. This is good. This is what you want to see for bullishness. Weakness is exactly the same. If you get a bearish push and a bearish close on the lows, then that means the bears were hitting it hard all day long. So in this case, yesterday, the bulls were hitting it hard all day long. Nice strong close. Today is going to be considered a retest candle. All right. This is support. So technically you can trade all the way down to there and still remain solid. All right. If you're looking for bullish entries down here, you will only be targeting these wicks. That will be your scale out position, or where you scale out on your position. Take the risk off the table to see if you get any bullish continuation. But it looks good. It looks like all the other things, man. Exactly like it. You didn't even test the midpoint of this candle, so maybe that's what you're going down to do right now. As long as you don't close below this bearish candle down here, this thing is going to be fine. 1,665,000 right there. As long as you're closing above that, still looks good. Still looks good. Your thumbnails game getting better every day. LOL. Thank you, Israel. I use the same platform or whatever to make them. I just take random pictures and throw little things on them. It's not that hard, but thank you so much. Heath, where do you trade Luna in the U? Oh, sorry, I answered that already. Let's get back down here to where people are talking. Pray for Java the Shorts. He got wrecked again. Who's Java the Shorts? Oh, man, these people that are... Oh, yeah, you can't do that. They'll never learn, though. VRAUSD. Yeah, all right, there we are. I checked that. We are on it right now. Hot, please. HOTUSD. Binance. Huobi or Binance. It looks like Binance. Looking the same exact. There was that, well, down here was that capitulation wick low, but you took that out like 5 days later. So that's crazy price action. But you took that swing high out, so it looks good, right? Closed back above old support. That bearish candle would have, come on. That bearish candle right there would have been support till you broke down. Then any pushback up into it would have had to been looked at as resistance on the first test. There it was. Boom. See ya. Any push up and any close above means that that level is done. And you got that right there on the 11th of August. Breakout, retest, continuation. It's what it looks like it's trying to do right now. You are testing your last bullish candle's closing price as support to see if it wants to hold. Will it hold? I don't know. But that's what it's testing. I would not be looking to take new bullish positions on this thing as you are skyrocketed. Right? New bullish positions into oversold or overbought is okay. New bullish positions well over overbought, not so okay. Right? I do understand how crypto works, so it doesn't work like regular standard technical analysis. When these things get on a move, they can absolutely fly. They can absolutely fly. Technical indicators, they don't care about that. But that's called FOMO. That's FOMO buying. That's what causes them to just keep running and running and running. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do anything right now. I'd let it settle down. There aren't any. I wouldn't take entries off of that 010849 level, that daily level. I would look for smaller time frame charts and find another level to look for, and right there is one. So you could get a wick all the way down to there, 9,800. I don't even know what that is, right? That's so low, it's not even a penny. So there it is, right? If you got a push down to there, that's where I'd probably be looking for new bullish entries, but I would only be targeting that wick high, and I would have my stop below that wick low. This is not financial advice. But that's the first level where I would even be tempted to look at longs. And that's 9772. Right there. LOL. Maybe not a crap coin, but should drop a lot next bear market. Yeah. And who's to say when that's going to be, right? Right now, it's absolutely off the chain. Off the chain. No, you don't want to buy at the top of the pump. Absolutely not. That's not where you want to buy. That's where you want to be exiting your positions, or at least some of it, consuming that profit that you rode up to there. West 2 4-hour closes at Heath level. Is that something we should always be watching for before entry, even in FX? No, because generally in FX, I'm watching it every single day. So, like, if you try to wait on 2 4-hour closes for a day trade, you're going to miss the trade. That's basically confirming a higher time frame level as support or resistance. The reason I say 2 is because the first one could absolutely be a trap, and that's on every single time frame. There are 4 things that we know in price. 4 things only. We know that a candle can go up, a candle can go down, and they can trade sideways. Outside day reversals, inside days, and trending candles. And we also know for a fact that they can make traps. Meaning you get a close below an important support level, and then the next day it just trades right out of that level with the quickness because that was a trapping candle. So basically, to eliminate trapping candles, you can wait on a second candle to see if it continues in the same direction as the first candle. If it takes out the low, it's not a trap, it is continuation, right? So I hope that explanation helps a little bit there. Wes, my man. Wes, the man with the plan. I gotta change my Google. I just noticed that my Google thumbnail is still the same, or profile pic. Can you do XRP? Thanks, man. Yeah, XRP. That's something I haven't looked at in a long time. We can't trade XRP here in America, or I wouldn't trade it because it's under investigation. Until Coinbase lists it again, I'm staying very far away from it. And the thing is, though, is you don't even know if it will. So look at Finex. It's doing the exact same thing as Bitcoin, only right now it's showing more bullishness unless Bitcoin is already retraced the entirety of its bearish move today, which isn't a massive bearish move. It's simply a retest bearish move. This thing is going, gone. Absolutely going, gone. Completely overbought. There is your daily level you need to get above. That's $1.17. A daily closure above that would be good. However, extended to the upside, I would look for a pullback down to this daily level here before I would look for bullish entries. Right there. $1.01. That's where I would be looking for entries. I wouldn't just blindly buy that spot. Obviously, I would go into smaller time frames and make sure that that level is absolutely holding as support before you look to take buying positions on it. But this thing needs to cool off. Absolutely needs to cool off. Let's see how your moving averages are situated. There's momentum right there. They all compressed into this tiny glob of blah. And boom, there you go. Daily cross on the day, right? Or not daily cross, sorry. Golden cross on the daily. Already confirmed with yesterday's close. There it is, right? So look for pullback entries, look for longs, but you got to wait for pullbacks. You can't just buy it up here, or you're going to buy the high at some point. Now, if you're a breakout trader and this is your entry, if this is your signal to enter because there's resistance and it's breaking out, then just understand that that's very extended. This is a short squeeze with buying pressure behind it. So it's just launching these things to the moon. That is exhaustion, right? You exhausted the sellers. Boom. That's what you get, those kind of moves. We got the same thing to the upside. Exhaustion risk. Thank you, baby. It's still full, but does it need to be top? Thank you. So yeah, just wait for it to pull back. I would watch that $1.01 area. That'd be the first area I would want to look for that support to hold. Am I seeing a pullback soon? Yes, I am. I took a position on Doge for that exact reason. But I could be wrong, right? I can always be wrong, guys. You're going to learn here. You're going to find out truth stuff that's true. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything or try to get you guys to do anything. I want you to make conscious effort and better decisions on your part to make better decisions. I said that completely wrong, but make a conscious effort on your part to make better decisions when you take these entries. It's about capital preservation, right? Can I look at Link USDT? Absolutely. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's what you want, Link USDT. Thank you, baby. Binance, KuCoin, Breakout. What's going on with that? All right, so yeah, same thing going on here. Bullish price action. You're still high. I mean, this thing doesn't look nearly as good as some other things, right? ADA looks way better than this. Bitcoin does too, because on the blow off, not blow off, I guess, well, you could probably call that a blow off. One day took out many. That's basically what a blow off is. But on that capitulation candle, your next bullish day was your dead cat bounce. That's what you need to get above, right? You got to get above that, because until you're below it, you're still basically trapped inside of that range. We did get a daily closure, but that was a bull trap. How do we know it was a bull trap? The breakout candle's low was taken out. There it is. There's a retest. Boom, boom, boom. There's continuation to the downside. And I want you to notice right here too how it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before you got the move. So that's enough right there in itself to upset people, right? And they call that manipulation. It's not. That's just how price action works. Sometimes, like especially for me, if I'm looking for a specific trade on a specific day, sometimes I'm early, right? Sometimes I take the position, it doesn't work out, it gets stopped out, and the next day it looks like it was exactly what I was supposed to wait on. But timing is everything. Timing is everything in trading, especially. So yeah, it's not looking nearly as strong. This level still works because if you look, this bullish candle, when you took it out, it turned into a supply zone, right? There it is. So that level is still valid. $30.64 until you get above that. Even after you get above that, you're still a lower high, right? But as long as you're trading below that, it's like a wounded seal in shark-infested water. Shorts are going to look at that and be like, well, this thing is not performing nearly as good as the other ones, so this one may be the one to short. So maybe, right? Right now it looks good. There was the resistance level it was struggling with the last few days. There's your breakout above it, and your bearish day. Retesting that level to see if it wants to stay above it. That price is $27.11. If it closes above it, probably going to see 30 bucks and 64 cents soon. Right? Soon. But this could take a couple days. Boom, like it did down here. There was the well, literally took 2 days before you were breaking out. So, yeah. If this is going to be a legit breakout, you can see testing $30.64 tomorrow. Nice strong move to the upside. It's just not as strong as other assets. So yeah, that is Link. What's up, Brandon? Crypto Trades and Tech is in the house. What is up, my friend? What's up, my man? Hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. Thank you for asking, Felipe. Thank you so much. Still riding my hodl bag of 88 from below 10 cents. Oh man. Let me give you a long distance high five, Cassidy. Boom. That's how you do it. 10 cents. Nice. That is nice. I don't see why. I mean, yeah. 10 cents. Yeah, that's up a little bit, huh? I don't even see the 10 cents on this, but yep. ADA has absolutely went to the moon. That's a few thousand X. Good job. Sick. Yeah, I agree. Well done. From 19 thanks to Crypto Trades and Tech. Nice work. Yeah, Brandon was calling that stuff out before you ever got that big explosion. This Coinbase chart just doesn't do it no justice. Let's go over here to Binance so you can see. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Yeah. Boom. Later. Nice work. So you're in like down here somewhere. Well, I don't even see it on Binance. Oh, that's 2 cents. Sorry. You're in up here. Gotcha. Nice. That's still a fantastic entry. Boom. Couple thousand X. Nice work. I sold half my bag around $1.40 while back. Probably unload another 50% around $3. Hey, that's how you do it, guys. You got to take your profits. You can't just sit there and look at them and expect them to stay like that because price action fluctuates. It aggregates up and it aggregates down. Name of the game is taking profits. That's what it's all about. You take these entries in order to take profits. So taking profits isn't a bad thing, right? The old adage is no one ever went broke taking profits, as I don't, I firmly believe that. But it is what it is, right? So on Binance, you've already hit that 8-hour level. On the other chart, you didn't. Wait a minute. Now when I get down to an 8-hour level, it shows me that it hasn't hit it. Go into the daily and you have. So that's just some trading view wizardry right there for you. XMR, says Lucas. Let's go look at it. XMR USD. Monero. I don't like it when it says calculated by TradingView because it's all wiki. Let's look at it on Finex. Yep, it's trying to break out now. Like yesterday's breakout wasn't nearly as good as it needed to be, so I don't like this, right? Look at that. You barely broke out. Now, it may hold as resistance or support now, and you may see a push higher, but you still have this resistance level, and then that. So you got 3 levels of resistance right above you, which is probably why it's struggling where it is currently. So 271 is the current level that it broke out above yesterday. Then you got 278.26 and 293.84. Those will be your next targeted areas for possible resistance holds. But it does look like it's trying to move higher. It has set in daily support, tested daily support, and then you got above resistance. So it is bullish currently. Let's see what it looks like on here. So on here you have not quite divergence yet. I mean, it is making lower highs on price and lower highs and higher highs on price, but lower highs on the oscillator. The thing is you haven't taken out support yet, right? So I mean, it's working in. But this is the thing too. This is why I don't trade divergences nor care about them. Because once you get a 50 test, that would be your divergence playing out, and that would be a good spot to look for bullish entries. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. If it gets exhausted here and rolls over, you have plenty of areas down here to look for possible entry points for bullish trades. For a spot that I would look for a pull, if you lose this daily support at 256.390, I would look for 242.030 as a potential support place. Aha, I always pick the volatile ones. The volatile ones are the good ones, my friend. But that one is a little bit extremely volatile. Java the Short is the best. I don't know who Java the Short is. Java, one of Jordan's characters? No, he's not. Israel? I don't think Jordan is. And the only people that have YouTube channels that basically listen to Jordan is me and Brandon, right? I don't know the guy, so don't know him. But if he talks like Jordan, he probably knows what he's doing because Jordan's been pretty right. Boom, boom, boom. It's Taco Saturday, says John D. Thanks for the live stream. Very educational. I actually like the drilling into your brain approach. Well, I want you guys to understand the way price works and start to approach your trading like someone who absolutely knows what they're doing instead of buying highs and shorting lows. You've got to look for high probable places to put on risk. And that's all I'm trying to do, is help you to understand those high probable setups. Thank you, Janet. Any chance you can look at EWT USDT? Yeah. I mean, if I'm here and I'm live, man, I'll look at anything you want me to look at. EWT USDT. Now, I don't know what this is. I've never traded it, but I will absolutely look at it. It looks like it's doing pretty good. You are overbought, which is fine. That means you got nice bullish strength behind you. You are also underperforming like some of the other assets. So this was a trap, so I don't care about it. Obviously, the close of that candle can and most likely will act as resistance. But the main price that this chart is respecting is $10.76. So when you do get up there, if you get up there, that's going to be your first place that you want to definitely wait for a pullback. As the first run up into it, you are likely to see a bit of selling or at the very least profit taking. There was the test of it before you rolled over, so you haven't tested it yet again, and you need to get that on the bullish side. That's why I said it's underperforming like other assets, because other assets have already gotten above that. It's still up 122%, right, from the lows. It's not up 122% from the lows. Let's see, is that the yearly open on this asset as well? So there's the open right there. So it's up 57% on the year. Not bad. Right? Not bad. So it's not extremely weak. It's absolutely trying to make its bullish run now. So look for pullbacks on smaller time frames. First one that I would look for, a possible support hole, would be $8.67. As long as you cannot close an 8-hour candle below that price level, that might be where it does find a bit of support for the next run up to that $10.76 level. So hopefully that helps. I don't feel bad about selling some ADA. No, it was a huge win. Absolutely. Never feel bad about taking money out the market ever, because it does not feel bad when it takes money from you. Don't forget, old mate, about AXS USD 2 there. AXS USD. Yeah, that thing's been flying. Absolutely astounded. It was nothing to do, man. Nothing to do. Let's go to the daily. There's not much data on this one, so let's go look at it versus Binance, or on the Binance. Absolutely astonishing. In a time when most every other crypto asset was suffering mad losses, this thing has just been absolutely leading the crypto market. Let's go from high to low. Now, it did come off 84% as well, so it doesn't look like it fell as far, but it did. 84%. There's your capitulation wick to the downside. There's last and lowest daily support. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, how there's only a few things as traders that we know for 100% certainties. That's the 3 candle patterns that I told you about earlier, and the fact that we do know traps exist. So here is what a trap looks like. There is your bearish close below, and here in this case, Wes, if you are still listening, you did get 2 closes, and it was still a trap. So it's just something, like, I basically look for that on a smaller time frame, but it can happen on dailies, weeklies, and monthlies as well. 2 days of a trap, came back in once you did break out of it for a retest, and that would have been the most phenomenal area to look for buying opportunities. And I'll tell you right now, we wouldn't have been in on it. All right? Because I'm a price action trader, and up until this point right here, here's your bar replay. I will show you. Up until this point right here, this was a selling opportunity. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, that's going to work out as a selling opportunity. But this time with this trap here, they got everybody right where they wanted them. Because you know what happened after. Oh. And there we are. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. But once you took out that resistance level, we would have been looking for bullish opportunities. So, yeah, it's still bullish. It's extremely bullish. And look at this nastiness here. What's going on with this? Boom, 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 bing, bong. This thing is just acting like a ping pong ball. Bouncing back and forth. That absolutely looks disgusting. But it's rolling high, man. It's above all-time highs, right? You're trading in all-time high territory. I just don't know what to tell you. I would not be looking to buy it up here. Can it keep running? Yeah, it can keep going another 100, 200, 300% from here. But the risk to reward, in my opinion, is to the downside, at least to your first area of support. You haven't even had a full-on support test. So watch this price right there, $46.84. That's going to be your first area of support. The reason why I say that is because that was your resistance level, and you never retested it once you got the breakout. So that's that daily level there. There's your breakout. You didn't even get a retest. You might have got a retest on an hourly. Sorry. This is that internet I was talking about earlier. No, all the way down to a 30-minute. You still didn't get a retest. Not even on a 15-minute did you get a retest. No, once you took out, you just left. See ya. Say ya. See ya. So that's what I would watch. That's my favorite price on this asset to look for possible support. Gets down there. Make sure it's not closing daily candles below that level. As long as daily candles aren't closing below it, maybe you can look for a trade up, back up to the highs, but you're still extremely stretched out at that point, right? Still. It's just, yeah, not very good. K4 Liberty says, hit the likes. Yes, please, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button. Make sure you drop comments and all that stuff. The YouTube algorithm loves that stuff. The YouTube algorithm loves watch time the best. But those things absolutely help. And thank you in advance for it, my friends. Like already smashed, said Cassidy, thanks my man. Thank you. I am more long-term trader, but sharpening my shorter-term trades. You can do it right here, my friend. Brett Armstrong, hello Heath. Does VET look like it still has room to run? We will look. I can tell you it's a little bit stretched out like everything else right now. But, I mean, all of them obviously they can go further. Yeah, I mean, you're having a big, strong, bullish day today. Big, strong, bullish day. Bitcoin isn't. Bitcoin's pulling back as a lot of other things are. This is going to be, that would have been your supply zone at which you wanted to see a bounce from that area. You did not get it. So that's going to be resistance. See if you close above that today. That price is $12 or 12 cents, right? Almost 13 cents. So if it holds that, a close above that would look good. But I mean, this thing is so stretched out. Daily down there. Let's go into a smaller time frame and see if we can't find somewhere for when it does finally, ultimately meet its resistance. You get a pullback. So that could be a good area to look. So let's put it down here. Looks like that daily level may be holding still, but 11 cents, a push down to that. I would look for possible bullish entries as long as you don't close an 8 hour below that level. But yeah, it looks good. It's overstretched. Looks good. Moving to the upside. I don't see any bullish opportunities on it right now where it is currently. But yeah, they're killing it. Thanks for the effort and explanations. Can you look at AVAX? Yeah. AVAX, USD. Binance. Nope. Finex. Yeah, it's looking okay too. Let's see here. We looked at this thing down here before it broke down, but that's not a level that's going to be anything. This thing doesn't have much liquidity on Finex. It may be different on another exchange, but on Finex, it doesn't have any liquidity. There's your push into resistance, and then your breakout. There was your opportunity to get long, and you would have been targeting that wick high. This is already been taken out, so that's your target. There it is, taken out. So now you got to wait for it to pull back. As anybody that got long is already in a winning position, the shorts got smoked. So you could see a little bit more continuation. I am looking for resistance at this level here, right there, $18.87. And then your next level is going to be right above it, right? The close, $21. So those are your future areas of resistance. If it keeps going, it may have already found resistance. You will find out later today. So yeah. And then support I would put back down there. But since it's already been tested, I would look for a wait on a push down to $14, as it would stop out anybody there. Nice wick down to there and an instant bullish reversal on a smaller time frame. That would be the spot that I would look for potential bullish entries. But remember, you're overbought. So a push back down to there, depending on how fast it happens, will dictate how far of a drop you get on this. You are extremely overextended. When you get in extended markets, you need to buy pullbacks, not the highs of possible resistance. I wish I could have got 88 at 2 cents. You and me both, my friend. Run DMC 555 says I bought 88 hodl at 148. 148. I think you're good, man. Cardano is very strong and a lot of people love it. Like, they just absolutely love it. It's another platform, right? So I think I could be wrong about that. I'm not the tech guy. I'm the analyst, but it's absolutely crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Oh, yeah, it's doing great. First DCA entry. Nice, gotcha. So you were buying it over here, or you bought on like Prairie? Nope, didn't buy there. So here's 148. Got you. That's a good spot to buy, my friend. So you did good, right? That's your resistance level. Put in a bearish candle at 142. So at any time on this day, you could have looked to buy either the low of that bearish candle or the close. Both would have been potential good entries, as long as you didn't buy there on the first test. Because you can see with this wick, it traded well below that. But I would have kept my eye on this line, and on the instant you get an hourly close back above that. Let's go into the hourly and see what it looked like. So here it is, right? There it is. Boom. And see what happened on the hourly? Let me show you. This is that daily level. That's where I said I would be looking for potential entries. This is exactly how I entered on Cardano. There it is. Push down. That's your bear trap. Get everybody nice and stuck. Boom. Break back out. Look at your next 2 hourly candles. Both of them tested that daily price. And see ya. That's a fantastic way to trade. That's how I do it. Fantastic entry, my friend. I would, unless you're looking to like hodl, and you're building a longer term, bigger position, you're probably okay for now, as long as Bitcoin's is still considered in a bull market. I mean, some people have already called Bitcoin in a bear market. Some people call it in a bull market. I don't care what they call it. It's making higher highs now, again, on a daily time frame. So the trend has changed to the upside. And since I'm a scalper, I can be long today and short tomorrow. Thanks, Heath, on price, or fire on price action. Thank you, James, my friend. I try my best. Bro, did we check XRP? Yeah, we did. I'll check it one more time real quick. Just real quick, because it's really annoying to the people that's already sat through it and looking for more Finex. You're looking for a possible resistance hold at $1.18. The close will tell you got 1 hour and 45 minutes left on this close. Am I looking for bullish entries there? No. However, if you do get a pushback down to $1.01, if it holds that area as support, you can look for possible bullish entries. The support of this current bull trend is going to be hinged on 96 cents. Daily closure below that, shorts will get back involved in this asset. Absolutely. Yeah. BTT USDT says, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. This is another cryptocurrency I've never traded. And you do one specifically against Tether. Okay. Binance, KuCoin, Huobi, OKEx, Poloniex, Bittrex, Ascendex. This thing's on a bunch of platforms. It's looking good. There's your capitulation candle. There's your daily resistance level. You are above it. Fantastic. However, first and foremost, that's going to be the level that price was respecting. Remember, this is your bull trap, so I don't really care too much about it. It can hold as resistance, as it is where you closed on the day. But in my experience, price tends to respect the original one better. So let's use it anyways. Screw it. There it is. But like I said, that's real close to near-term price. You are way overextended on your RSI. You're not looking for any bullish entries now. So what I would be waiting for is I would be waiting for a test of support back down at 0.00390545. This area down here. If you get down there, I mean, you shouldn't, as long as the trend's going to continue. Midpoint of that. So what can we say? I don't see anything on a daily. Let me look at the 8 hour. Just give me one moment. I'm trying to find a better. And I found it. That's so close to near term price though. That's your last Heath level before price took it out. So yeah, and you didn't come back in for a retest. Okay, so perfect. That's what we want to look for entries. Boom, a push down to that level. As long as you're not closing 8 hour candles below that level. I mean, if you do, you got the daily level below you, right? So you got an 8 hour level there and a daily level there. You're still supremely well overextended. So yeah, you can come all the way down to there and still be bullish. Still be bullish. This move has just been insane on all crypto assets. Just boom, boom, boom. Hardly any pullbacks. This one, your first legitimate move out with 2 nice pullbacks. That's a good pullback there. You didn't take out the breakout or the full entire bullish move. You came in for like a 618 test of it and then later. So maybe the same thing here. 618 test of this breakout spot. If not, people are going to look to short it back down to last support, 37,180,1841. I know I'm just gibbering and randomly talking, but that's what I'd be looking for. So, yeah. Is this similar to BTT? You're asking me to look at things I've never seen, so I don't know any of the fundamentals. And when I say fundamentals, I don't know what these companies do with these products. I know it says USD and people treat it as if it's a currency, but it's more like a stock. FTT USD. And what was your question? Finex. Could you look at FTT USD token on FTX? Okay, that's perfect. You even gave me the exchange. That's even better. Wow, looks way better than it does on Finex. When does it follow BTC and when does it not? I use it as collateral on my leveraged BTC positions. TradingView has a compare symbol right here. You know what I mean? You can compare Bitcoin. Let's use USD on Coinbase, something like this. Man, look at TradingView is up in their game. Now you can do same percent scale. There you go. So you could use something like that, right? Bitcoin, a compare. Man, that's so cool. I didn't even know that. That must be in a new update. Let's remove it and do it again. That was fun. What's this one? New price scale, new pane. Let's just click it, see what it does. Yeah, basically about the same. There's your percentage over here. So, is this I wonder what this percentage. Oh, okay. So basically, your percentage gain is going to be from this point. So wherever that point is. Yeah, but I would look at it on the daily. See. Yeah, I mean, it does pretty good. It's following Bitcoin. And let me just answer it like this and say it like this. For instance, here's your capitulation, wick to the downside move in your dead cat bounce resistance. You are well above it. So it is fantastic as far as it's not on the weaker side of the crypto market, right? You're above that line in the sand, so to speak, right? And there's no trend line you can put on this thing to even say most important trend line for this. But yeah, I mean, consolidation, boom, you're coming out of the yearly lows. Where is the yearly open on this? Oh, you're well below. So you didn't even come in and test the yearly opening on this like you did on Bitcoin. So it's doing good, right? Your yearly open is down here at $5. So it didn't even test the yearly open. So it's doing good. It's nice and strong. Nice and strong. It's moving. It's no, I don't want that. I want the 3 month. There it is. Nice. There's your quarterly resistance level, right? You're trading well above it. There's 49 days left on this quarter. If it closes above $39.96, that's a good thing for this asset, right? Absolutely good looking asset. Daily support, $44. Main support, just under $43. Let's see if we can get something lower. There's that swing low right there on an 8 hour. You don't want to see that get taken out. If you do, you're coming all the way down to $37.93 potentially, because this level is that quarterly. So it's actually probably a pretty good spot to buy if it's going to continue its bullishness. Let's flip back over to the daily and check that RSI. Overbought, starting to come off. So you may get a 50 test of this level. Watch $39.96. That's probably my favorite level to look for bullish entries, just because it's the quarterly. Now remember, it's just like looking at a daily level on a 5-minute chart. Your 5-minute candles are going to trade well above and well below, go up, through, down, below, under, beside. It's not gonna stop a 5-minute chart. The same is to be said about a daily chart on a quarterly level. Like your daily chart could close 3, 4, 5, 7 days below, and then close back above it a week or two later. So, but that's the price at which I'd be keeping an eye on for bullish entries. And it's just coincide that with this daily level. And it's a nice resistance level right there. Just put a Alt H right there. Move it up. So that'd be a good spot to look for daily confluence. $38. Push down to there. Look to see if it holds that level. If it does, look for bullish continuation to the upside. Hopefully that helps. See Fender. Thanks, bro. You're welcome, Muhammad. Is there head and shoulders on BTC 1 hour? Okay. First and foremost, I am not a pattern trader. Secondly, I don't know. Let's see. Your patterns and stuff, man, they're going to play out better on a bigger time frame. I guess you're calling this a shoulder. That's your head. Shoulder. I mean, it's sideways. I mean, not really. Don't look at it as a head and shoulders. What you got to look at it as is buying and selling. Instead of trying to find patterns in these candlesticks because they're all completely random, start looking at price instead. Right? Price instead. Here's an 8-hour level of support. Instead of saying, oh, hourly head and shoulders, I'm looking for sells. Just watch and see. Are we able to close an 8-hour price that or level or candle below 46,771 on an 8-hour time frame? When is your next 8-hour closure? It's in 1 hour and 35 minutes. If you close above it, then that's strong strength for the bulls. Right? It doesn't mean that your head and shoulders is going to play out. And even if it is on an hourly, for it to be a legit pattern, you would want to see it on a higher time frame. You would see it on an 8-hour if it was a legit head and shoulders. If you look at it on an 8-hour, what do you got? You got a legit double top. Boom, boom. You traded down. You took out the neckline, which became a bear trap, and boom, to the upside. Now, I wouldn't consider this a bear trap. It would have been a bear trap for anybody that's a pattern trader and looking to take a closure below a confirmed double top breakdown, because double tops work the same exact ways as head and shoulders. You have a neckline, a double top. Right there's your neckline break. That's your bear trap. So that pattern failed epically. But I wouldn't have been looking to short that. I would have been watching support down here. In fact, there's your first 8-hour Heath level that I would be looking for bullish entries. And there you would have been, right? Nice, nice. Now, it doesn't always work, obviously. No strategy is 100%. But if you stop trying to find patterns on these candles and start looking at price in itself, you don't need indicators. I look at the RSI only essentially to help you guys, newer traders. I can look at this price action. I don't need the RSI to tell me if it's above 50 or below it. I can see it. It's above it. Right? It's above it. You've had several green days in a row with a 4-day pullback and boom, move to the upside. You're bullish for the near term. So what it could be said, the most bearish case I see for Bitcoin currently is RSI's trying to put in a bearish divergence on a daily. So people are looking to short Bitcoin right now based on that info alone. Also, you have a 618 above you. There's many other crucial and better things to look at for short side entries. I did short Doge, and we shall see if it works out, right? But it's more or less just a small little hedge play. I'm not looking for it to continue to the downside. The bulls are in full control of this asset. There's Doge on daily, right? Bullish. Go back down to the hourly and see if I've been stopped out yet. Not yet. My stop is above this swing high. Not looking for inverse head and shoulders or any other kind of head and shoulders. This does look like an inverse. Did you ask for an inverse head and shoulders? Nope. You just said head and shoulders. Does Bitcoin have an inverse head and shoulders on the hourly? I stopped looking at patterns my first 6 months into trading because it didn't take me long to figure out they don't work. No, nothing there. I mean, most of technical analysis is going to kind of sort of be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? People are going to take entries based on what they see on the chart, whether it's a dinosaur pattern or my favorite indicator, the banana slippery peel indicator. You put those two things together and you got a fantastic trading strategy. Nah, it doesn't work like that. We're looking at order flow. We're trying to gauge where are the orders coming from. You know what I'm saying? Are buyers buying today or are sellers selling today? That's what we're looking for. We want to know what's happening today because we don't care about yesterday and we don't care about tomorrow. We want to know today. And today, first thing this morning, you had a pretty nice sell side activity come into the market. And so far, the sell side activity is holding on a smaller time frame even. There's your last hourly support level. Since you broke down, you did not retest it yet until boom, there. And since you retested it, you came down, you put in another bearish candle, but you came down and tested this price, and now you're trying to break back above this on an hourly closing basis. And if you get that, you can look for another test of 47,471.02 essentially, right? Because the price is showing you that. This is still going to be looked at as of right now. It's bullish. You have to look at it as such. And here is your last bearish candle before you put in that double top breakout. So that's going to be support level. You're trading well above that. Well above it. Well above it. This is it right there. That is going to be the line in the sand. You get a breakdown below that. This will be looked at as a failure and short sellers will pile in. But not down here. They'll pile in at retests at higher prices to look for higher or lower high resistance. But right now it's trying to retrace this move. And it's Saturday. Saturday and Sundays usually have laxed at best price action. You do get big moves on the weekends occasionally, but those moves usually get wiped out when the week comes back into full swing. .USD, is there? Okay, there we go. AVAX, yeah, you're welcome for desk comp for AVAX. Say no more. Got you. Sorry, I do ramble a bit. If you're new, hey ET, thanks for sharing on Saturday. Can you look at DOT? Yeah, let's go look at Polkadot. Finex 124, Finex, Poloniex, Femex, Coinbase. Nope, this one. I want Coinbase. Coinbase is better. Alright guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up here in a little bit. Been going about an hour and a half. It looks exactly the same, but I'm on an hourly. Let's get off on the daily. Yeah, nice. There's that level that I would have been wanting to break. Wow, look at that. Ugh. But you're above it. So you're going to be looking for support holds. That's your last daily, but I would be watching this one basically not for bullish entries. I wouldn't. I'm not looking for any bullish entries right now, right? But you can watch that level because I know most of you are. $19.67. I'm not bearish either by saying that. I'm just saying I don't like it where it currently is. But yeah, $19 is going to be a main area of support. It needs to stay above that. So, I mean, right now $21 is what's holding. It's that quick and that simple. So watch that on. Let's see if we can find what it looks like on a smaller time frame. There's the daily. There's your 8-hour push test. Good. It looks like it may be getting ready to come back in for a test. This is just, yeah, it's not massive strength, but it's not terrible either. It's moving slightly up. So if you're looking to take short positions, I don't know what you're looking for. You didn't make it clear to me. You could just watch this trend line, right? If you get a breakdown below it and you take out a support level at $20, look for pushes back up into these levels or supply zones and look for short side entries and only target your next possible area of support. If you're looking for bullish entries, watch that trend line as well, because if you get a breakdown below it, then that gives you a clear guideline as to, well, I don't think I want to enter it now long until it finds support. But it's all overextended, all of it. You're welcome, C Fender. Thank you, my friend. CTM ADL. CTM, is that even a ticker, or are you talking about CTM Jordan? No ticker. CTM Jordan, ADL. I don't know if that's a ticker either. No ticker. All right, guys. Does your trading strategy work on stocks too? Can you have a look at UXIN stock, for example? Yes, it does. What was the one here? Because people were asking me about it in a live stream. Let me pull this chart up. I just don't remember the ticker. Something's going on with Discord. Discord is like killing my CPU. Alright, so what was it that you wanted to see? Here, let me show you plug real quick, and then I'll show you your ticker. Yes, it does, because I'm looking at physical price, right? Now, we were here. It's already went back down because it's in a downtrend, and pops in price usually gets sold into, but we were watching for 2 daily levels, daily supports, so to speak, right? That's what we were looking for on this day here, because this was a Friday, and there's your Monday. So there's your support zone. That support is $25.89. My exact instructions, because people were looking for possible bullish entries coming into the next trading week. My instructions to those people were, watch those 2 areas of price. If you get an hourly closure below $25.89, you are going to leave it alone, all right? You're going to leave it alone. There's your push down. This happened at 3 o'clock. This is your next day. Holding price back so far. Right there. That price was front ran. That would have been my short entry as well. Into a daily chart we go. So this was a nice breakout. If I pull up this RSI, you will see massive bearish divergence on this whole way up. Well, it's not bearish divergence, but price isn't making any higher highs since that high was formed. Boom. This one day put you halfway down to a 50 test. Second day, there's your 50 test. That would have been looking bad. And upon this right here, we would no longer be looking for longs. This is a terrible move to the downside. Also, time and price matters. This is a stock under $10. So, yeah, that's going to, it still seems to be holding as support. But what you want to look for is you want to look for where are areas to look for now. That's a longer term level to watch. Here is the immediate area to watch, but you've already got a closure below it on Friday. So now what you're going to be, as this is being sold into, big strong push, there's your blow off top. Any pops in price gets sold into, pop, sold, pop, sold. So watch $3, see if that holds a support. If it doesn't, or if it does, you can look for bullish price action back up to $3.50 and possibly $4. But you get a closure below that, you're going back down. You're going back down to $2.57. So yeah, I don't know what it does. I don't know the fundamentals on it. Looks like it's trying to get a strong push out of there. Doesn't trade with much liquidity, and it's not a penny stock. It looks like it was at one point, but penny stocks don't usually trade like this. They usually get one big spike, a couple days of red, and then a huge spike, and then it goes back to where it came from. This is not. This has actually been holding at $3. So some people think it's a good buy. Not me. I don't know anything about it. I wouldn't be looking to buy it. All right, guys. You all have a wonderful, fantastic evening. I am going to shut it down. Before I go, I must... Wait a minute. I must always say thank you. So, and channel members, we do have a channel member live stream tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not quite sure what we're going to be talking about, but it will be something to do with learning price action analysis. So I will see you all then. For the rest of you, Bitcoin looks bullish today, right? It's having a bit of a red day, but it so far is holding 8-hour support. And until that 8-hour support falls and gets a close below it on an 8-hour basis, Bitcoin can rip from here still. It is in a bit of overbought territory, like as most crypto assets. So what we want to see is we want to see these things pull back just a bit. Because if they do give us that pullback, then we can look for more bullish entries targeting higher prices, right? But up here, I don't want anything to do with it. Back down here around $42, I'd like to buy some, but I'm just expecting a little bit of selling to come into the market from 45 to 52K. Bitcoin gets above that, then I'll be happy. Until then, trade safe, trade smart, and happy trading, everybody. You can leave any question you need on the video once YouTube posts it, and I will answer them. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for your time.